Hello everyone, my name is Chuxiong, and I'm a PhD student at George Mason University. Today I will talk about our work. Do you see how I pose using POSIS as an implicit authentication factor for QR code payment? Quick response codes are a type of barcode that can be read easily by digital devices. Due to their convenience and ease of use, QR codes have been widely adopted in mobile applications such as mobile payment, access control, ticket service, and digital memberships. Mobile payment service providers such as Venmo, PayPal, Alipay, and WeChat all offer the option to use QR code for transactions. The QR code payment market size is projected to grow to $45 billion in 2032. We use QR code payment as a scenario to illustrate how our work can enhance QR code security. Our work can have the potential to be adapted to other scenarios such as access control and ticketing service. Let's envision a typical QR code payment procedure. A customer arrives at the checkout counter, displays a payment code on her smartphone, and has the code scanned by the scanner to complete a transaction. There can be multiple customers waiting in line, and some of them may prepare their payment code in advance. This payment code can be captured by attackers. For example, an attacker can use her smartphone to take a picture of the QR code, or they can pre-deploy some hidden cameras to capture the QR code. Once the attacker has stealthily acquired the victim's QR code, they can display it on their own smartphone or send it to a remote compliance smartphone and have the captured QR code scanned by the scanner to make a fraudulent transaction. The attacker doesn't need to extract the encrypted data within the QR code. They simply replay the QR code to the scanner. Since the QR code is an exact copy of the original, the transaction is processed and the victim's account is charged. This is called a replay attack. It does not mean the QR code is used twice. The QR code can only be used once, but the attacker can redisplay the QR code before the code is used by the owner. QR code payment requires resilience to attacks by nature. To deliver secure and usable authentication method, we find it also desirable to have the following goals for large-scale deployment: no special user-side hardware, no user habit alteration, and good generalizability. We assess existing QR code enhancement techniques and their alternatives, but none of them meet all the goals. For example, a straightforward method is to use radio frequency-based wireless techniques, such as received signal strength indicators, phase-based distance estimation, and radio frequency fingerprinting. However, researchers have demonstrated the insecurity of these radio frequency-based proximity probing techniques. One of the prominent attacks is the radio relay attack, which has been used to steal cars in the real world. We propose PQR auth. It leverages the poses of the smartphone displaying the payment code as the authentication factor. The main idea of our work is that the scanner's camera captures not only the code itself, but also the smartphone's poses. A smartphone's pose is referred as its orientation, which can be determined by the gravitational forces acting along the smartphone's reference axis. Our work provides an additional layer of security for QR code payment based on the simple yet solid fact what the scanner sees should correlate with the actual poses of the account owner's smartphone. That is, the scanner estimated poses of the smartphone displaying the payment code should correlate with the poses sensed by the built-in sensor of the account owner's smartphone. In our system, the poses sensed by the built-in sensors of the account owner's smartphone serve as the ground truth. By examining whether the scanner estimated poses match this ground truth, our work determines whether the payment should be authorized. Note that the payment code encodes the account information, so we know which accounts pose to compare with. To determine the scanner estimated poses of the smartphone, we perform QR code detection to locate the QR code. With the location of the QR code, we estimate the poses of the smartphone relative to the camera by solving the perspective endpoint problem. We transform the scanner estimated poses into the representations in the word frame and estimate the gravitational forces along the sensor axis for comparison. Why is our work resilient to replay attacks? The key lies in the lack of correlation between sensor data and scanner data under attack scenarios. In non-malicious scenarios, there is a strong correlation between the poses derived from the scanner and that collected from the smartphone sensor. By contrast, in instances of relay attacks, since humans tend to overestimate the acute angles and underestimate obtuse angles, even if there are no real-time constraints, this correlation tends to deteriorate significantly, making the attack detectable. We prototyped our work and invited 20 subjects for data collection. We evaluated our system on metrics such as accuracy, entropy, parameter impact, efficiency, and usability. The results show that the system achieves a high accuracy under mimicry attacks. Please refer to our paper for more detailed evaluation results. In conclusion, our work is the first correlation-based approach to enhancing QR code security. It does not require changes in user habits and serve as a highly usable implicit authentication method. The extensive experiments demonstrates its accuracy and resilience to mimicry attacks. It also has the potential applications to other scenarios beyond the payment systems, such as access control and ticketing services. Thank you. I'm free to take questions.